I don't like this angle. Oh.
Okay, we're live. It's working. Yay. Hi,
Okay.
Sunny.
Hi.
Hello, everybody out there. We are sorry for being a little bit late
hmm
and doing this live at a postponed date. I wasn't feeling well on the day of Eclipse, and we decided to reschedule, and then we just had some crazy technical difficulties right now, but
hmm
we're good. How's it going, Sunny?
It's going. I have like no energy the past few days. I think other people have felt the same way too. I'm just like I feel super drained and like all I can do is just try to be creative while sitting down. I can't do anything really. It's hard to
Yeah.
do stuff other than basic things like take showers and make food.
Mhm. You've been feeling like physically tired or also emotionally tired?
Physically just like so tired and yeah, like I just can't even handle anything. I went out yesterday, tried to go out and like we had to do different errands and stuff and half the time I like couldn't leave the car. I'm like I need to stay in the car. I can't walk around. I
Mhm.
can't be in the store right now walking around like I'm just so tired. It's weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments. Hello, everybody. Let us know how you guys are feeling. Michelle says, "Hi, Michelle. I felt a huge internal shift on Sunday."
Hmm.
Yeah, I also felt like a really big internal shift the day of the eclipse, actually. I had
Me
a big, like, did you have that too, Sunny?
Sorry, I feel like that too, but continue. I'm just agreeing.
I had a huge realization about something personal, and I was like, this would happen on the day of the eclipse. And yeah, a lot of people around me are going through breakups and big relationship changes, which, of course, it's a Libra eclipse, so that's going on. So, yeah, let us know in the comments, you guys, what you've got happening in your life. Do you want to share, Sunny, what happened with your family this weekend?
Oh, my oldest brother got married on Friday. Maybe I'm drained from that. I don't know. Like I feel like I was really tired before that, but I mean when you're on, you have to be on, even though it was like a lot. And then after that, like I just crashed. Like I didn't even and it's funny because you were asking me the next day, you're like, are you hungover? And I was just like, no, I'm not even I didn't even hardly drink. I'm just so tired.
Mm.
So
Well,
I only the eclipses.
yeah, well, you did attend the wedding, but you also performed at your brother's wedding, right?
Which is interesting too, and I feel like that has something to do with a lot of like these shifts that are taking place for me personally because Meg and I are both musicians and singer songwriters and performers, and that part of our life has been a little bit dormant the past few years, which is a
Hmm.
source of my depression. I don't know if that's the source of any of your depression,
Hmm.
but I performed. Well, I've done like little performances here and there, but not like that where I was on and like the people that have been kind of thinking that I'm crazy my whole life finally got to see like what I actually do, you know,
Mm.
in action.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like a I don't know, maybe a Saturn return thing. I don't know, maybe an eclipse thing. This crystal has something to do with it too. I don't know. We can go down the rabbit hole of that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
What
know where.
kind of crystal do you have there?
I have this one. This is like my master crystal. It's like I call it like my Atlantean master crystal.
That is such a cool crystal.
It's freaking sick. I feel like I've had this before in a past life.
Love that.
It's sick, and she loves like to be at the water. And then I just have this danbarite. Oops, I'm on my iPad, so I don't know where my camera is right now. I keep on looking up, but it's on the side here. I have this danbarite chunk. I have this clear topaz, and I'm wearing an aquamarine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, what
Love
about you? Do you have any crystals
that.
on?
Yeah, I love pyrite. That's one of
Oh
my
yeah, I
favorites.
wear it too.
I need to have like pyrite around me at all times. And I got this really cool Next time I see you, I want to ask you like to look at it and tell me what you see in there, because I feel like such a cool energy from
Is
this.
that Himalayan?
I feel like, yeah, I think that this is Himalayan. It's
Cool.
so beautiful and pure and high energy, and I love it. And just want to say that, hi, Richard. Richard says Sunny gets the best Christmas. Yes, she does. And you guys, I'm not trying to be like Bono up in here. I'm just wearing my
You look like Bono. I was gonna say I didn't want you to get mad at me.
I'm just wearing my blue light glasses because it's really late here in Belgium, and yeah, I don't want the rays, the blue light, to affect my auric field, if you
I need to
will.
get those.
Yeah, so I actually really I like these blue light glasses.
Cool.
I think they help. So yeah, not trying to like look cool or anything. They're just for the blue lights. So yeah, how did you feel on the day of the eclipse, Sunny, on Saturday? That was your brother's wedding was on the Friday? Yeah.
Mhm. On Saturday, which is when we were supposed to go live, I was just so tired. Which I was fine with, and I'm still kind of comfy cozies right now, but if we were gonna go live, I was like literally gonna be like on the couch with like blankies and stuff and like a hot tea. I was like, is that okay? Which I don't know like what the vibe you want, but I'm also like, let's just be real. It's not that hard to have a conversation from your own home. So I was like, why not be cozy if you're not feeling it? You know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
you like the day before I looked so beautiful and all this stuff, not to toot my own horn or anything. Toot my own horn or anything, can't even talk. And then the next day it was like the complete opposite. Isn't that weird? You know what I mean? Like that happens sometimes for women. Like we get all dressed up one day and get ready for like this event, and then the day after, like it's like the complete opposite. We look like garbage, or like I don't
We
know, compared
feel
to the
like
day.
garbage.
Yeah, you feel like garbage. And I mean, it translates sometimes on the way you look physically compared to like the day before. Isn't that so weird?
It is really weird being a woman and being attuned to the moon, which
Yeah.
is not evil. Sunny and I do not think the moon is evil. That's
Yeah.
been something coming up lately.
Yeah.
And being a moon being, we go with changes and we're constantly changing and flowing, and going with her cycles. And I totally resonate with that. Some days I feel really on top of the world and feel like I look really good. And then the next day I feel like I look horrible and feel horrible. So I can totally resonate with that. And
Especially during PMS. Oh my God.
I know. And and if this is too much information, then it's too much information, but we just keep it real. Us Scorplings keep it real. I started my new cycle with this eclipse, new moon eclipse.
Oh.
So yeah, I was having that this weekend, and maybe that's why I was feeling really run down on the eclipse, and partially why I couldn't go live. But yeah, this is a really cool video showing that exact moment of the eclipse, which we're going to be able to see a new moon solar eclipse on April 8th, 2024 from Ontario.
What did I do?
Oh,
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out because I'm on my iPad. I can't see like the live chat unless I open up a new tab, but whatever.
Oh, okay. You can live chat in the StreamYard?
I can. I just have to open a new tab, so I don't want to do that because I want to also see you and what we're talking about.
Okay, cool.
So you're gonna I'll have to look at the chat later, or you can highlight whatever you feel.
Yeah, I'll highlight comments.
Unless I can go, can I go on from my computer too, but without my camera, or can I only go from one place?
On StreamYard?
Yeah. Sorry,
You
people.
with one link, I'm not sure. You can try it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, we were having technical difficulties earlier. Which,
Yeah.
when we're having eclipses, it's like kind of a really funky energy. I don't know if you guys are feeling that, but I've been hearing from a lot of people that, like you said, Sunny, they're also feeling really, really tired, having intense dreams. Nikki here says, before the eclipse started, I had dreams from enemies in dreams right before it started. It seems very detoxing. Interesting.
Right before the eclipse, I had dreams from enemies and dreams. Interesting.
Be interested to know, Nikki, where the eclipse is activating in your chart, maybe your 12th house, if you're having intense dreams like that.
I can see
That's
the chat.
interesting.
That's good.
You can see the chat? Okay, good. Awesome. So yeah, on the day of the eclipse, I could definitely feel the energy of the eclipse the moment that it happened, which was like around 7:40 p.m. Belgium time. I could feel energetically the eclipse going over Oregon and then the Four Corners and then into Mexico. And it felt really, really freaking powerful. And I meditated earlier in the day and I just felt like a lot of peace, actually. I felt quite peaceful from it. Tim says, I had dreams of being on the ocean.
People have been having weird dreams lately, like really vivid ones.
Yeah. And people dreaming that don't usually have like intense dreams.
Yeah.
Weird. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have anything interesting happen on the day of the eclipse?
Not really. I basically laid down like all day. And I listened to Halloween music. Cool. And well, Halloween themed music, I guess, or spooky music, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, and like when I was so tired, but when I was sleeping, it felt like I wasn't sleeping, and I was aware the whole time that I was like sleeping. I don't know how to explain it. It was like I was asleep, but half not asleep the whole time, and like also the whole time I was aware of that. So then yesterday I was even more tired. And today I'm also very tired. I've been taking lots of salt baths and just trying to hang out with crystals. Something's definitely getting activated for sure. I don't know.
You're definitely processing something.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out.
And the fact that you performed for the first time in a long time, being in your most authentic self, because that's, from what I know of you, like your greatest passion to do. That's a really big, in front of your family, not just anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, like when I perform music or even talk about spirituality, I feel most vulnerable doing it in front of my family.
Yeah. Well, especially if your family is like kind of, I don't know, critical of you.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you feel scared?
No, I wasn't scared at all. I didn't even care. Like I cared, like I meant like I was happy to do it, but like I don't know. I wasn't scared at all. I was just like, yeah, okay, let's go.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was like, it just felt like that's what I was supposed to do.
And that's cool too, because Libra is one of the signs that rules music.
That's true.
We're an eclipse in Libra.
Mm-hmm. And the eclipses, what degree was the eclipse in?
21 degrees, which is a Sagittarius degree.
So that's like at the very end of my like third house, which is also communicating. And
interesting. Do you feel like, do you mind if we share your chart, Sunny?
No.
I'd rather not share your chart. What?
I said roast me.
Roast you? I don't want to roast you. I just think you have a really cool chart.
Really?
That I think some people would like to see. If you'd like to see Sunny's birth chart, say so in the comments, even though I'm going to put it up anyways, because it is
you can
really
see I'm
cool.
a hermit in my chart.
A hermit, yeah. Let me bring it up here.
Which has also been being, well, I mean, I'm always a hermit, and I think I'll always have that hermit side of me, but it's because I mean, people who are into like the occult sciences and are philosophers and stuff, like they got to be going like internally and like facing parts of themselves and interpreting the subtle energies that most people don't really look into, and that takes some type of like processing on your own. So that's why I'll always be a hermit. And that's also being really activated, which makes sense because my Saturn return is happening and it's the 8th house, and I'm a bajillion Scorpio, I say.
Yeah, so Sunny's having her Saturn return right now because she's got Saturn in Pisces, 5 degrees, and Saturn's at 0 degrees. So you're right in it, baby. How does it feel? First Saturn return.
It's weird because one of the, like again, I'm a hermit, so I feel like hermits are also like very hyper self-aware. So the things that I'm like noticing in myself are just like really fucking embarrassing, but it's also like it's not that big of a deal at the same time. But it's a
Mhm.
big deal for me to mature in those places where I can be very immature. So
Mm.
I appreciate it, I guess. I don't know. It's really weird.
I
Uh,
feel like it's really weird to have your Saturn in Pisces
yeah.
in the 8th house of Scorpio
Hmm.
at the erotic degree of 5 degrees Leo.
Hmm.
Nicholas Stojanovic says it's the most erotic degree in the 8th house of Scorpio, which is transformation and really processing things deeply um, from our hidden selves, which is not a stranger to you because you got that huge Scorpio stellium.
Yeah, I have to experience a lot of weird things, but they are all happening like private. Like nobody knows. I don't even know how to explain half the things that I experience to people because it's all happening within closed doors. Is that
Mhm.
normal? Maybe it is normal for most people. I don't know. But most of my experiences happen in the home or with in like close relationships. I don't know how to explain that. Like I feel like more people have more different connections, like social connections and more things going on like in their outer world and stuff, and that's where they're getting experiences. But I don't know how to explain this. A lot of my really transformational experiences happen like just by myself and like within dreams and in really kind of dumb chaotic scenarios that,
Mm,
that I kind of create. I don't know. I'm kind of crazy a little bit, but I think that's okay.
you're
Like
not crazy. Everybody's a
nobody,
little crazy
yeah.
somehow. Tim says sunny Saturn is the same as mine, 5
Oh,
degrees Pisces. Mine is 6th house, though.
wow.
It's my second Saturn return.
Damn.
Wow. So you guys have both have Saturn in Pisces 5 degrees. That's pretty interesting.
That is interesting.
That is really, really interesting. And yeah, that's going to be, I think it's really trippy, everyone that has Saturn in Pisces right now. I
Hmm.
think that's a really funny place to have your Saturn.
Even people with like Pisces rising or something, they would have their Saturn in their first house in Pisces. That's
Oh my gosh.
kind of scary.
That is wild. Yeah. Tim says, don't discount your experiences, Sunny. All are valid.
Thank you.
That's true. That's words of Granddaddy Saturn you're
Yeah.
channeling. That's so cool. Yeah, I think it's so cool to see your big fat Scorpio stellium. And even Pluto in Scorpio conjunct Jupiter in Scorpio.
Hmm.
That makes it like even stronger. It's crazy.
And I look like a Leo.
Leo, because you're Leo rising.
It's funny.
And you've got everything, all the planets are below the horizon other than Saturn in your
Yeah.
chart. It makes sense that you like to process things in your own way and not necessarily share everything outwards first.
Hmm.
That's really interesting. Really, really cool. And Sunny and I were both born in that time period in the early 90s when Neptune and Uranus were exactly conjunct. So we got that cool thing going on.
Two really weird planets in a very like practical sign.
Yeah, Capricorn. We're just disrupting the structures of life and bringing spirituality into them
That's cool.
for sure. So, yeah, what do we feel like sharing in today's live, Sunny?
I don't know. I had like a few ideas, but the days went on.
Who's on a-
We mentioned about how the moon is not evil. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I know everything, but ancient people and philosophers and just like regular folks that are in tune with spirit and the universe, and their higher selves, or whatever you want to call it. Pagans, I guess, have been worshiping the moon, and she's been a symbol of the goddess and the divine mother and the feminine since the beginning of time, really. So I just don't understand how that could be evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was there before, like, we had this whatever dark art people take over fully of the earth. So I don't get it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the moon is very, very sacred and important to us and is not an evil thing at all. I think the moon has definitely been, I don't know if the right word is hijacked or maybe tampered with a little bit. There's definitely funny things going on with the moon, but the moon herself is not evil. She's actually the guardian of the divine feminine, and I believe like the guardian of the earth, because in ancient societies, it was recognized that the moon, being the closest heavenly body to us, acts as like a guardian uh, for in between the earth. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart with my words, you guys. In between the earth and the whole rest of the cosmos, really. The moon is our closest heavenly body. And it's very mysterious and it's very magical and it is in tune with us women, you know. So, how could something that is not natural be
Mm-hmm.
able to be in tune with us when we are natural?
Yeah,
So, it
exactly.
doesn't make sense.
Like our cycles go with the cycles of the moon.
Yeah.
So I don't get it either. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Michelle says, I've heard a few things about the moon that it's fake, etc. Well, I find it very interesting and I'm not
Where did that idea come from, though? Like, I
yeah.
don't even know the origin of that. I'm kind of curious. I don't know
David,
anything.
from what I've read, and I love David Icke to death, but I do think from what I've read, David Icke thinks the moon is fake.
So he came up with that idea, or he
I
like.
don't know if David Icke has came up with it. Let us know in the comments if any of you guys know. But and I'm not sexist in any way, but just saying it's a lot of male truthers that say the moon is fake, which I find interesting.
That is
When you
interesting.
think about it,
They scared of something?
well, the moon is, yeah, the moon is the divine feminine guardian
Yeah.
and protector and is the goddess of the ancient mysteries and the ancient ways. So really, we're the ones as women, not saying that the men can't be connected to the moon. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I'm not sexist. Don't care about all that kind of stuff. But just saying that, you know, we're the ones that can actually really channel her because we are the moon beings. We're connected to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel that there's an evil influence over me, especially with my cycle being attuned to the moon. It actually feels very special and sacred, and it feels
Yeah.
good. I feel good when I look at her, when I
Yeah.
look at the moon.
Everybody loves the moon. Everyone's always like, wow, look at the moon. It's amazing. It's magical. It rules magic and, like, yeah, like mysteries. It's like kind of like Pluto, but closer and more feminine, I think.
Mhm. Yeah. Richard says, I feel like the moon is real, perhaps brought here from elsewhere long ago, but is now inhabited and needs to be cleaned out. So, yeah, I do think something is going. And again, we don't know for sure unless we actually go onto the moon and see it ourselves. But I do think the moon has been tampered with in some kind of way, but also the earth has been tampered with.
Yeah,
The
obviously, for sure, in
Mother
every way.
Earth has been tampered. We have
In
been
every
tampered.
in every way, yeah. In,
Yeah, being in this age of Pisces, everything's been tampered with.
in every way, yeah.
In every way. So it's not just the moon, you know, is dark. It's like we have been tampered with. Earth has been tampered with, like the whole thing being in a
Yeah,
dark age.
I
So
just don't get it. Like, who is on the moon? Has time to like go to the moon every day? I don't get it. How are they getting to the moon? What are they doing there? When they're already screwing with us down on Earth, so what, they're going and screwing with the moon too? Like, well, I don't know what the purpose is. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not the right person to talk to about this. I just don't think
yeah,
it's evil.
yeah. The
Old
theory
school
is,
witch.
what's that?
I said I'm an old school witch. The moon's not evil.
Yeah. The theory is that it can control us through our
Well,
emotions.
it does though.
Exactly.
So how? Okay.
Yeah. The theory is that forces or races can go on to the moon and control us through the moon.
Okay. Well.
So, yeah. Which, yeah, it's interesting. So Maria says, some say the moon is a spaceship brought here from a colony that had to leave Mars. I think it was. That's the short story I've heard. The moon is a spaceship brought here from a colony that had to leave Mars. Interesting. I've never heard of that before.
So how long ago was that? Like a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
Because
And
there's always been a moon, from what I can remember.
right. Tim says there was a book that came out in the late 1970s called Our Spaceship, the Moon, that was nonfiction and had a lot of anomalous data. Interesting. I haven't heard of that one either. So, yeah, it's interesting because we're in a time when there have been so many lies told to us, and we're trying to process through all that information, what's real, what's not real. And we're trying to process a lot of that intellectually and figure it out intellectually. But for sure, for me personally, feeling wise, the moon is not completely evil, like you're saying, Sunny.
Anything can be evil if you want it to be.
Everything has a good side and a
there's balance, there's duality in the universe. Was I gonna say too, I don't like, again, this is something that I thought of in my mind, but it's not really like a point that I feel could be valid, because this could also be fake or made up too, that Jupiter has like 18 moons or something, doesn't it?
Jupiter has 72 moons.
Oh, 72 moons. Okay. I don't know where 18 came from. But
Yeah.
like, how do we know that? Do people see it with a telescope? Like, I don't know.
I think you can see it with a telescope.
Okay. Which is also weird, because if you look at the planets with a telescope, they don't look like they're like solid. They look like stars more. Like
They're moving.
Yeah, like they're moving energy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this planet looks like from the perspective of another one. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, everything is moving energy.
Yeah, like I don't know if, how I feel about these pictures, because it's like NASA computerized stuff. Like,
yeah, these pictures are kind of weird.
This is like, when those NASA pictures came out last year, I'm like, that's not even real.
Yeah.
Which is annoying, because space is so interesting, and like I know that there are obviously stars and there's constellations and there's fixed stars that don't move and all of that, but I just don't I don't know how I feel about the NASA pictures.
Yeah, I don't really trust
and like
the NASA.
Yeah, these moons, I don't really understand the moons of Jupiter.
Jupiter's got a lot of moons.
Well, because it has a large gravitational pull, I guess, and it's just like some of those moons look like just planets or like random rocks, so it's just like pulling things into it.
Mm-hmm. I think my most favorite thing about Jupiter is the fact that its gravitational field protects us from a bunch of asteroids and comets that would be constantly hitting Earth. So that's why in astrology we call it like the divine protector, because Jupiter actually is protecting Earth at all times.
The color is really interesting.
Yeah. I love Jupiter.
It's really cool.
I love it. So yeah, that was something I know we were talking about the other day and we wanted to touch on in this video is the moon. And then we also saw some people posting online that we're going to be having the new moon solar eclipse. Stay indoors. Don't go outside. Don't look at the eclipse. Like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like if I was in the path of visibility of an eclipse, I haven't had that opportunity in my life yet to really see an eclipse full on, but I can't wait when we have the great North American eclipse next year because I'm going to be outside and I'm going to have my glasses on and I'm going to be staring at that eclipse. That's like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
That's in April, right?
That's April 8th.
Oh, cool. That's my half birthday. No, it's not. No, it's not. May 8th is. Never mind.
Your half birthday.
May 8th is. Never mind.
May 8th is your half birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yours would be April 30th.
April 30th. We're going to be having our birthdays soon. It's going to be
really soon.
Yeah, my birthday is in 14 days and your birthday is November 8th.
What does your solar return look like this year or next year?
My solar return, I can bring it up actually. I love to share a chart. You don't have to ask. Let me see here.
Also, the eclipses are hitting my 4th house too, probably, right? Yeah, so please let me find somewhere cool to live.
Oh yeah, the eclipses are hitting your 4th house and your 10th house?
Well, this past one, it might have been at the very end of the 3rd house or very beginning of the 4th house. I don't know. I have to check.
That's cool. Okay, let me see here. Where's my solar return? It's somewhere. Here it is. Are you sure you guys want to see my crazy solar return?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm yawning and all weird, you guys. I have like I said before, like very little energy the past few days.
That's okay.
I'm just like dying over here.
Maria says Sunny shares one of my son's birthdays. He was born in 1997.
That's so cool.
That's cool. You got a Scorpio, Maria.
Private investigator.
Oh, now you guys know my last name. That's okay.
Were you hiding that from everybody?
No, it's fine. Yeah, so this is my solar return.
That's so funny. I didn't realize that people never seen your last name before.
I think some places you can see my last name, but yeah. I'm going to be in England on my exact moment of my solar return, which will be October 31st at 11:15 a.m. London time. And yeah, I'm happy about my solar return.
Your rising sign Sagittarius, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that I've got a Sagittarius rising for the year. And I like that I've got Venus trine Uranus exact.
And you have a Scorpio stellium in your 10th house. Nice.
Woo! Yeah.
Saturn in 2nd house. Interesting.
Yeah, Saturn in my 2nd house.
With Neptune. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like spiritual, making abundance off spiritual things.
Spirituality.
Yeah. Mysticism.
10th house stellium. So gonna be working
on 4th house. You either gonna you're getting married, you're buying a house, maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Maybe getting preggers.
Oh my God, Sunny.
Or is that the 5th house? I don't know. I think the 4th
house. Usually 5th house and 12th house can show you if someone's going to get pregnant.
Really?
If they've got planets there. But 4th house as well.
The 4th is like, because that's like Cancer. So I always think about it as like the mother and the moon.
Yeah, stuff. That can be getting pregnant as well. But
like expanding your family.
Yeah.
Ta.
Does that feel from my solar return chart?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I want to wait a couple years.
Oh, but look, and Uranus is there too, so you never know. It's going to be unplanned.
Oh my God.
Unexpected.
Yes, wherever Uranus is, there's something unexpected happening in your life. I knew. So either somewhere unexpected that Jens and I are going to be moving to, or something unexpected happening family-wise, but it's good because it's trine Venus.
Oh my God. That okay, never mind. I'm just gonna stop.
What?
Nothing.
Emma says, how do you set this up, Meg? Are you just looking at that particular point in time? Yeah, so I have a professional astrology program. So you can like buy solar return charts online, or if you have an astrology program, you can look up your solar return, which is the exact moment on your birthday or the day before or after your birthday when the sun comes back into the same degree and minute that it was when you were born. So at the moment I was born, the sun was 7 degrees Scorpio, 46 minutes. And the sun will come back into that position on October 31st in the morning time. So this chart gets casted at that exact moment, and your solar return shows the energy and the themes for your whole next year. Oh, sorry, Ocean.
I was like, what was that?
He was like, where?
And your moon's in Gemini for the year. That's cool.
Yeah. In the 6th house. So I got to watch out for
attached to things. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to chill out, do something to remedy my mental state. I might be like thinking too much or be hyperactive with Moon and Gemini in the 6th house. But yeah, I'm happy about it. I'm excited for this chart to commence, and it's going to be 29, 30, 3 days after the full moon eclipse. So I'm going to have another eclipse solar return.
Yeah. I mean, I had one this year. So.
And your last birthday was on the eclipse, right?
Yeah.
What did you notice with that, having your birthday on an eclipse?
Again, like more internal things, I think, just like shifting and getting me ready for the next decade of my life, I guess.
Yeah.
Activating things that are already inside of me that maybe I haven't been giving enough attention to. Exploring further the depths of our lives, the depths of our people's psychology, the mysteries of life.
And that was that a full moon eclipse in Scorpio?
Full moon Taurus, because the moon
was
Scorpio, yeah.
It was a full moon eclipse in Taurus? Wow. Yeah. That's powerful stuff. Should we do a little reading on what this eclipse season is bringing forth to the collective? Okay. What spirit share with us about that?
Sure. Okay.
And before we do that, Odile has an interesting question. She says, hey, beauties, what aspects would make a good astrologer? I have my moon in Scorpio in the 8th house on my 2nd Saturn return in Pisces. Well, you would be a great astrologer.
Yeah, Scorpio. I think Scorpios and Aquariuses, like anything with that, those are good placements for astrology.
Yeah. Saturn and Pisces people can be really good at astrology. Moon and Scorpio in the 8th house. You're like, yeah, you could be a really good astrologer. Maybe you already are a really good astrologer. So that's pretty cool, if you ask me. So yeah, we'll do a poll for the collective.
For what the eclipses are bringing?
What the eclipses are bringing forth for us for the next 6 months to a year. And if anybody has any questions for us, you can let us know in the super chats, and we'd be happy to answer any super chat questions as well. Let's see what we get here. What are these eclipses bringing forward?
Kind of playing on, I think I heard you say something like this the other day. Cool. So I picked some crystal cards. Why is there a fly here?
I know. I also have a fly here.
What the hell? Okay. So, oh yeah, okay. I thought I was on my computer for a second. So we got this record keeper card.
Ooh.
This ancient wisdom, and you were talking about how certain things might be discovered. That was your prediction about like, I guess,
Major discoveries.
yeah, like I guess maybe it could be anywhere from beliefs to archaeological findings to some sort of like, I guess scriptures would be an archaeological finding, which could also reveal type of belief system, spiritual system, religion. I don't know if you want to call it religious. I don't know, whatever belief system. Some type of, honestly, yeah, like I'm seeing maybe, you know how like they found like the Dead Sea Scrolls in like the 2000s or something? Did they find that in the 90s? Whatever. Anywhere, somewhere around there, and there was discovery in there. I don't even know what the Dead Sea Scrolls are, but I just remember hearing about it. Something like that could be discovered where it could be talking about some really like ancient technology that could do with even crystals maybe.
Wow.
And that's, yeah, I feel, and like we were saying too, you're saying every crystal nut is feeling, a lot of metaphysical people are feeling, I can't think of the right words right now, but you know what I'm talking about, are feeling that crystals have always been a thing in the spiritual community, but we've been noticing how they're getting more popular lately, but the value of them are going to grow exponentially, and maybe that has something to do with it because we're going to be unlocking more of how crystals really work, or how
Wow.
they can work, or how they were used through vibration and even sound, because you can cut crystals into devices that make sound.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have this, it's a quartz cluster. It says new inspiration, which also goes with this spiritual support. So I think this is all connected, because if we're finding out things that people have been trying to debunk or laugh at us about because they're brainwashed by our poo-poo system that's in place, we might feel like more inspired or like supercharged by like this validation of like we're on the right track. Like people who are into kind of finding like the truth about our existence are on the right track. Could also open the eyes of many people, as many people's eyes have been opening over the past few years because of how ridiculous the narrative has been, where it gets to a point where you're like, okay, this is just like not real. And spiritual support. So unlocking these secrets and these mysteries would open people to be more accepting to maybe higher dimensional beings, or metaphysical truths, which would also open our hearts and raise the vibration of the planet to accept more support spiritually from the higher beings, the benevolent beings, or being able to perceive more deeper the celestial bodies or heavenly bodies or whatever.
Wow.
So like these eclipses are really helping, I can't talk, with spiritual awakening, I feel like. And discovery.
Wow. Well, that totally makes sense with the astrology. And now I just had a realization as to why all evening before we went live, I was getting the download to look up the Knights Templar and to learn more about the Knights Templar, because I just realized something about that. So, well, a few things about that. So there's definitely going to be, okay, Ocean is walking away. Like you said, there's definitely going to be huge archaeological discoveries being made over the course of the next year. And I've been predicting that with the astrology because the path of visibility of this eclipse that we just had goes over so many sacred sites. It's crazy when you think about it. The four quarters.
Some of the discoveries are going to be happening where the eclipse went over, like in South America and stuff like that?
yes, but also somewhere else.
Okay.
And okay, we're going to get to that. So I do think major archaeological discoveries about our true Earth's history and spiritual knowledge is going to come out it from areas of the Four Corners, from the ancient Maya land of Mexico and Guatemala, Central America and South America. But also what I just had the realization about why I was being drawn to look up the Knights Templars was because, let me bring this up to show you guys. This is going to trip you guys out for those of you who don't know. So one of the things we also felt like maybe talking about is superstitions, and that also plays into this. Do you know, Sunny, the reason why Friday the 13th is considered unlucky?
Does it have to do with Jesus?
A little bit.
Because he had 13 apostles and he died the night before they sat with each other? Like, I don't know.
So actually, the real reason why Friday the 13th is considered unlucky, I didn't know this. I heard this for the first time the other day from the Leo King, an astrologer that I love called the Leo King. It's because on Friday, October 13th, in the year 1307, the Knights Templar were executed and killed throughout Europe and the world.
In Italian culture, Friday the 13th and the number 13 are really lucky.
Yeah, so we know as witches and magical people that 13 is a very sacred number of the goddess, and it's very lucky. But the Vatican and all those dark arts people invert everything. So they chose Friday the 13th, 1307 to destroy the Knights Templar.
What does that say?
It says
Latin.
Friday 13th.
I'm looking at the actual like coin. It's like some Latin thing.
Yes, some Latin thing. But Richard says not all of them, and that is correct.
Yes.
So obviously, yeah, not all of them got killed, right? So yeah, I heard the Leo King mention that, and I was like, I never knew that. I never knew that that's why Friday, October 13th is considered so unlucky, because that's the day it actually comes from the Knights Templars getting slaughtered and tortured and killed on that day in 1307. And what's really freaky, this is why I just had the epiphany of how this is all going to tie in, and it has to do with the Knights Templars, because we had that eclipse on October 14th, the day after we had a Friday, October 13th.
Sorry, can you repeat what you just said?
Okay. So
close one of my eyes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. We're not in the Illuminati, you guys. FYI, Sunny just learned a new thing where you can put a hand over your eye and it helps you to digest information better. So that's why you may see us do that. It helps you to take in information. But yeah, what was I going to say? So you know how we'll have a lucky Friday the 13th every now and then? We have that often. We have that sometimes maybe once or twice a year, right? But we just had a Friday, October 13th, which is the original Friday the 13th, because it's when the Knights Templars were killed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually the real Friday the 13th.
Do you think that 13 can also be considered unlucky too, because it is in alignment with like the real astrological calendar, and also associated with the goddess and stuff too, which is what they don't want us to be in alignment with?
Yeah,
I feel like it goes deep, because there's so many reasons, because there's this Knights Templar thing, there's the Jesus thing, there's Jesus had 12 apostles, but then including him, he was at the table, whatever, 13 people at the table. Mm-hmm. And then yeah, the fact that there's only 12 months when there's actually like supposed to be 13.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a totally sacred number. And this is making sense, because what's crazy is, and there's a lot of mystery around the Templars. And yes, Tim, you're getting to the next point I was going to say, which is Oak Island treasure is Templar, which was the next thing, which is what I was going to say was the best Psychic Spies episode that Sophie and I have ever done is the one we did on Oak Island.
I don't even know what that is, you guys.
That was
I
a
feel
kick-ass.
so out of the loop here.
That you don't know what Oak Island is?
No, we're talking about so many things I don't
Okay,
know.
I know. Sorry, I just went in like a different direction there.
No, it's okay. I feel bad.
Okay, no, don't feel bad. Oak Island is here. I'll bring a picture up to show you.
What
It's
do
a place off of Nova Scotia that it's. Have you never seen the show on the History Channel called The Legend of Oak Island or whatever
I've
it's
never
called?
even heard of it. I've never heard of Oak Island.
Okay, I'm gonna send that to you. You're
How
gonna.
have I not heard of this?
Okay, dude, you're gonna become obsessed with this Oak Island. So this is okay. There's so much crazy stuff with this. Sorry, I'm gonna sound like a crazy person. Okay, this goes so to Kate. We're gonna get back to the Knights Templar. This is a whole other rabbit hole that I need to tell you about. Okay. So it's been known for a really long time, even before like the Europeans came that started settling in Canada. Even the native people knew that there was something special about this island off the coast of Nova Scotia, and they knew that something very important got buried there in like the 12th or 13th century. Okay. Now, what's really freaky that Sophie and I shared this when we did our Psychic Spies on Oak Island. What is this thing?
Was that David Wilcock?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's like the trippiest thing ever.
What is
Okay. This, I've probably watched this 10 times. Have I never shared this with you, the Cracking the Shakespeare Code?
No,
Okay, so Shakespeare didn't even write Shakespeare.
I know.
It was Freemasons that wrote Shakespeare.
Okay.
All Shakespeare is, okay, this is the craziest thing you'll ever see in your life. This documentary, Cracking the Shakespeare Code, is all about, there's so many levels to this, how the Shakespeare plays are all Freemasonry codes that lead you to Oak Island, where there's something very important buried there. It's crazy. Okay.
It's like some Da Vinci Code shit.
This is like literally Da Vinci. So you guys, if you have not seen this documentary, Cracking the Shakespeare Code, this needs to be like the #1 thing on your list of things to watch.
I'll watch. There's only 364 views. Does it get deleted or something?
Yeah. Oh, dude, this has gotten deleted for sure.
Okay.
This gets banned for sure. Because you watch this and it's going to blow your head off. It's going to, as a person of British descent, like I'm half British, the first time I watched this with my ex-boyfriend at the time, because it was like 4 years ago, he showed it to me and it really hurt my ego because part of being British is like Shakespeare and the Beatles and that whole thing. So like my ego was like, this can't be real. Like Shakespeare wrote Shakespeare. We have Shakespeare's Town and everybody goes there as a British person and we celebrate that. And that's a part of our culture.
I have a bunch of Shakespeare plays, but I've figured out recently that it's just not real.
It is wild. It is wild. And all the codes, like
how would you figure this out though? Like who are these people?
Okay, who figured
2 degrees?
Who figured this out? Probably they have 2 degrees. This is Francis Bacon, who actually was one of the people that wrote Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like a few different people wrote Shakespeare and they did these codes.
Okay.
And this guy in the white shirt. What's that?
I'm gonna look up this page. I haven't seen him in a while, but I follow like a guy who does the Shakespeare stuff.
Yeah. And that guy who was in the white shirt is from like Scandinavia. I think he's from Norway. And he learned how to crack all of these masonry codes. He's cracked the Shakespeare code. And they're like really in-depth codes. Like it's crazy he's even done this. And when he gets to the end, like I'll just fast forward to the end. It's this one. Wait. One of the codes like brings you to, it gives you the exact coordinates for the coordinates on Earth for Oak Island.
So Christopher Columbus did not discover North America, obviously.
Yeah.
But
the Vikings came to North America.
Yeah.
And then the Templars with the Rosicrucians and the Freemasons came to North America. Then they went back. Then the Europeans that were like our European ancestors came. But this whole, okay, it's like way too much to say right now. You guys just have to watch this documentary called Cracking the Shakespeare Code. It's going to blow your mind. You're probably going to have to watch it like a few times.
I'll watch it.
It's absolutely crazy.
I'm down. This is the theme the past few weeks and days is just like cracking open the skull and like reactivating things like metaphysical knowledge that I have inside of myself, but also discovering new things. So this is like totally on point with everything that I've been doing on my own.
Yeah, this will seriously blow your mind. It's unbelievable. So the thing about Oak Island is there's this curse of Oak Island. So there's this TV show on the History Channel right now called The Curse of Oak Island, because I forget how many people it is, but a lot of people have died trying to find the treasure that's there. And there's this thing on Oak Island called the Money Pit. Like, I think there's a picture of it here. This is the Money Pit, which these people who now own Oak Island have found it and they've been digging into it. But it's such advanced, like the way that they built it is so advanced that they didn't want just anybody to find what's there. So, okay, so the whole thing, how this ties into the Knights Templar is part of the thing about the Knights Templar is the Knights Templar, there's a lot of mystery and lies about it, but part of what they did is they protected pilgrims who wanted to travel to the Holy Lands, right? To go travel Christian sites in the area of, actually, what's crazy, Israel and Palestine right now. That's one of the areas of the Holy Lands. So it's crazy how this ties into everything that's going on now. So it's said that the Knights Templar, they found like maybe the Ark of the Covenant or a series of different sacred artifacts and then buried it in Oak Island. That's what the theory is.
But why? So people like us wouldn't figure it out?
So that it would be hidden, because we're in the dark ages right now, so that the wrong people wouldn't get it.
True that.
Because it's actually totally supernatural and is something like in Atlantis that could probably blow the world up if it was in the wrong hands.
So something like that can be uncovered this year.
100%. And in the Psychic Spies episode that Sophie and I did, I forget, because I'm looking at astrology charts all day, every day. So you guys got to forgive me. I forget what I even said in that. So I'm going to have to rewatch it, because I do remember that I predicted in the next 2 years, it'll be uncovered what's going on in Oak Island before I even knew about this eclipse that we just had. So this is the best Psychic Spies we've done. That was like a really, really cool one that we did. But anyways, everybody go watch Cracking the Shakespeare Code. And it's really funny because this guy with the red hair, he's so cute. He's a Shakespeare scholar, this dude. And then he meets up with the Norwegian guy who's like giving him red pill after red pill, and he can't handle it. He's like, he can't handle it at all. So it's kind of funny to watch his journey with the information. All the codes are so crazy.
You should do spies about dinosaurs.
I know. Yeah, Sunny and I don't know how we feel about dinosaurs. Well, I think Sunny knows how she feels about dinosaurs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you want to talk about that?
The theory is very fishy. It's weird that people.
The theory is very fishy.
What?
Sorry, I just want to say thank you for the super chat, Michelle. We'll get to your question in a little bit. Thank you. What were you going to say, Sunny?
It's just fishy because so many ancient cultures have believed in dragons, and have paintings of dragons, and like also other different mythical creatures and stuff like that. And people have been on Earth for a long time and have used technology to build buildings and to connect with the higher powers and higher beings and to the stars in ways that we can't really understand as a whole, that we're little mages like like us watching, and me and Meg are trying to figure out for ourselves and trying to find other people to connect the dots with. But I mean, there was people living at one point that had all this figured out. And you're telling me that none of them discovered any type of dinosaur bone? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And if you look into who discovered or came up with the theory, it was people who were connected to Rothschilds, and it was in the United States, and they found dinosaur teeth in the Mississippi River like a week after they discussed the possibility of there being giant reptiles on the planet.
Mm.
And yeah, and just a lot of stuff. Like, there's no full dinosaur skeleton has ever been discovered. All the shit in the museum is like not real.
Mm-hmm.
And just, yeah, so on and so forth. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because
Yeah.
there was even like there's like a chart of like the original dinosaurs that they came up with, and half of them got booted because I guess they couldn't figure out how to make their skeletons work. Like, I don't even know, so that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying
It's
it maybe didn't exist. Maybe there was a giant reptile. I mean, dragons are kind of reptiles and they're giant. And I think that there were some type of a giant on the planet at some point, because there has been a lot of archaeological discoveries on that. Some people think that they're like carvings, but they actually are like anatomically correct to the size of the person or giant, whatever. If we
yeah.
were actually that size, like the whole body makes sense. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. And Lindy says, excuse me, I believe dragons are real, but most of us can't see them yet. Yeah. What if it's just dragons and mythical creatures?
Yeah, I mean, there could be a
That's-
giant lizard or a giant bird, like whatever, I don't know. But
yeah.
there are fossils, like there are fossils to giant beings, but the whole theory of the dinosaurs, like, I don't know. For example, they still don't know, because they were saying, oh, they were strictly lizards, and now they're birds. They have feathers. And then I was laughing my ass off because I think like last year we had the news on for a second, and it was talking about how like some paleontologist discovered that Tyrannosaurus Rex had lips. So
What?
their teeth weren't exposed the way that we see them. Like, they have lips. I'm like laughing my ass off. I'm like, how do you know? Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Ocean is agreeing with you. He's
Yeah, and
meowing.
people who are like really into science, and it's like, obviously science is real. Science is like the physical study of what's happening. It's like physicality, biology, physics, chemistry, whatever, that's science. But there's also new discoveries to be made like every second of the day when it comes to science. And when people are so like gung-ho about one thing that they've discovered, no, like, don't you know that in a few days to a few years, like, that theory can change because you're adding a new discovery? So why do they get so hung up about like just one thing that can change in like a second?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm more of a
It's
mental
maybe
science.
it could have to do with dinosaurs as well, this information coming up, or the real
Could be that.
creatures.
Like, I don't know if they'll admit that, if like that dinosaurs aren't real. Like, everybody would freak out.
Well, dragons are real and mythical creatures are real. Why is it all about dragons and it's not sorry, why is it all about dinosaurs and not about that?
Yeah, and dinosaurs existing before humans and stuff like that. I just don't see what the point of that is. Especially since humans come from the stars. Like, we're
Mm-hmm.
originally from Earth, I don't think. Like back back. And so why would there be dinosaurs and not people? Like, I don't know, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in like the early human crap. I don't believe, like, remember those pictures? It was like a literal monkey, and they're like, oh, this is Homo erectus, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're trying to tell me, and then they're trying to say that they were stupid and stuff. I'm like, the motherfuckers knew how to go out and kill a freaking saber-toothed tiger, if those things are even real, and bring them home and grow their own food and make fire, and that's stupid. I
Yeah.
don't even know how to do that. Does anybody
I
here
know.
know? Well, I'm sure lots of people here know. Farmer Dick knows how to grow his food.
Farmer Dick knows that. Oh my God, my door just opened by itself.
Seriously, that happened when I was talking to Farmer Dick last time. My door opened.
That happened the last time you talked to Richard?
Yeah.
My door just opened by itself in front of me, and there's no draft or anything in here.
Hello.
Hello, whoever is here.
Who is that? Is it the
Hi,
same?
Michael. Nice to see you.
Hi, Michael.
Michael, did you go to the Four Corners? What did you do at the time of the eclipse? Michael was saying that he might go to the Four Corners and watch the eclipse.
That's pretty
So
trippy.
I'm interested to know that. Yeah, sorry, you guys. Sometimes Sunny and I go in a bunch of different directions because we start channeling the energy and we're a little bit ADD and stuff like that, but we're just being ourselves.
And I'm just feeling kind of loopy the past few days, so my apologies if I seem weird. Also, I'm just like, I was not prepared for all this information that I didn't know, so I feel like bad because I don't feel like I'm contributing as much as I should be, but whatever. It's fun to like learn.
It's all good. Michael says, I'm sad to report, no, I went to West Texas, but didn't get up there.
Well, that's cool.
That's okay, because we've got the Great North American Eclipse next year, April 8th, 2024. So make sure you're in the path of visibility for that one. Ocean is being so cuddly right now. So cute. Yeah, what else haven't we talked about yet?
I don't know. We were talking about what's
happening
for the collective for the eclipse. So that's why we went through the rabbit hole.
I think you got the really good card message. You got the pretty clear card message on that.
Yeah, and that's why we started talking about all these things that are taboo in our worlds. Because I confirmed the cards confirmed one of your predictions, astrological predictions about.
And that's also,
I'm
sorry to interrupt you. That was another download that I just got today. And I don't mean to get too crazy controversial, but I feel what I'm feeling is one of the deeper reasons why what's going on in the Middle East right now actually has to do with the fact of this.
Sorry, and when you're doing that, I wanted to say too, something that's going to be discovered maybe through the use of technology too is new healing methods.
Pluto and Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. You're totally right.
Yeah. Cell regeneration and all that kind of stuff.
Totally. So look what we've got here. The ley lines of Mother Earth. The main ley lines of Mother Earth. Interesting, Azores. That's where my mother's ancestors come from, the Portuguese islands of the Azores. I didn't know about this. Did you know about this, Sunny? Nemiscau, if I'm saying that right. Looks like it's Quebec. I didn't know that's one of the main ley line points. Mount Shasta, Muraro, Crusoe Island, Stonehenge, Glastonbury, of course, and Giza. And Giza is the middle one. It's one of the middle ones. And it's considered to be the throat chakra.
How do they find like the ley lines?
So the ley lines, sorry guys, my throat's being weird today.
I know. Why do we both have like some weird stuff going on with our throats?
I know, something's going on being released through my throat. So the ley lines have been known since ancient times that they're there on, like it's been documented, but even like us with our copper rods, we can go to somewhere where there's a ley line and it'll show us.
But it's just like an energetic point under the earth or like inside the earth?
It's the meridians of Mother Earth.
Okay.
The energetic, it's Mother Earth's chakra system.
Okay, yeah, I knew that, but I just didn't know if there was like a physical, something physical like in the earth that like shows you that. It's
Um,
just an energetic thing.
yeah, just an energetic thing. So I'm finding it really interesting that okay, so definitely the dark arts people do not want us, number one, getting together in person. Doesn't matter if we're on a sacred site or not.
Look at
They,
what Murray said.
what? Oh my God, Murray,
That's hilarious.
my coworker was born in the Azores. He's nothing special. Oh
That's
my
hilarious.
God. Well, I can't wait to go to the Azores one day because that's where my maternal ancestors are from. But anyways, sorry, that distracted me. What was I going to say? Um, oh, yeah. The bad guys do not want us, number one, getting together in person and getting off the technology because our vibrations are at our most powerful when we get together in person and have fun and sing and dance and celebrate and do all that, magical ceremony work. And number two, they don't want us going to sacred sites.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they're already activated and they're protected. But when we go there, we amplify it even more. And it's that 100 monkey effect of each of us being in alignment with that affects like tens of thousands of people. And we're actually sharing that energy with tens of thousands of people. So what I downloaded today, which may sound a little bit controversial, is I feel like part of the reason why what's going on is going on in that area of the world is because they're trying to stop people from going here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because this is like,
it seems like it's kind of weird. Like you can go, but it seems hard a little bit to do things or to have freedom to do things in the sacred places.
mm-hmm. Yeah, like when Jens and I went to Egypt in 2016, there was a terrorism advisory and our trip almost got canceled. But then when we went there was no terrorism going on and it was fine. It was only areas around that, but not that actual area itself, because these places are actually protected. That's the truth. So, and it's interesting because Maui is one of those places. So, there's been that horrible situation that just happened in Maui. But certain parts, and I'm not an expert on Maui or anything like that, but I'm sure there's certain parts, sacred sites or something, that we're not allowed to be tampered with, for sure. Because these are like the gateways or the chakras of the planet. Does that make sense how I'm saying that?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like it's actually more important now than ever for us to be going to Egypt, as crazy as that sounds.
I would love to go to Egypt. I want to go.
Like, even though what's going on is going on, I would still go to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Eileen says, it does look like they are attacking or interfering with these chakra gates. Yes. They definitely are. Nikki says, why is terrorism happening now? Protests all over Canada. Are there protests all over Canada?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's weird because you see things like on TV or like on your computer and stuff, and then or on your phone, and then like people who are in like the actual spot of something happening like don't even know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird. Richard says, Sunny, I've got Rainbow Bridge on my knee for the last hour.
On his knee.
Knee? On your knee for the last hour.
That's awesome. I hope your knee feels better.
That's such a cool crystal.
I know.
Love that.
Cool.
Yeah, so I just find that interesting that that whole situation has kicked off in that part of the world. It's connected to the Earth's ley lines, it's connected to the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar maybe discovered something, as in artifacts from that area that have possibly been hidden onto Oak Island, and that's about to be unlocked. So, um, a
This is
lot.
crazy
There's,
shit.
yeah,
This
there's crazy shit
national
going
treasure shit. We need to call Nicolas Cage.
on. We need to call. Yeah, and also I wanted to show you guys this. This is the chart for Friday, October 13th, 1307, when the Knights Templars were tortured, burned, killed, executed. But I do agree with Richard that not all of them were killed. What do you notice is interesting about this chart, Sunny? Do you notice anything interesting about it?
Yeah, like there's a bunch of stuff in Scorpio.
Yeah.
Um
There was a
oh, the North Node is in Libra.
Libra.
That's opposite of what's happening now.
Yeah, but it was the same eclipses as now.
Just opposite,
And
yeah.
this was one day before a full moon lunar eclipse in Aries.
Interesting.
This day, with a quadruple conjunction of planets. That's like really freaking rare.
So when's the next Friday, the 13th? Let's see.
The next Friday, the 13th,
Mm-hmm.
like on any day.
Like any month. Let me see.
Oh, that would be interesting to see.
That would be like next year, right? Or can there be two in 1 year?
I don't know. I feel like there's usually at least one a year, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm scrolling. Oh, it is September 13th.
2024.
Mm-hmm.
Holy guacamole. That's going to be when you're scared.
No, I said that's almost a year.
Oh, I thought you said I'm scared. Oh my God. That's going to be when Pluto goes back into Capricorn for the last time.
It's going back into Capricorn. I thought it was done.
Pluto goes into Capricorn for the last time from September to November 2024.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'll show you guys.
And then the next one after that is June 13th, 2025.
Oh, so it doesn't happen that often. I thought it happened more often than that.
No, I think it's only once a year.
What the
And then the
heck?
next one is February 13th, 2026. Okay. So
What?
September, June, and then
Okay, so that's so weird then that we just had a Friday, October 13th. That's actually very meaningful.
yeah.
Oh my God. And I feel like, yeah, I want to get really into the Knights Templars. I feel like there's something very important to discover, and I'm going to look like a crazy person right now.
What is that?
This is my little Knights Templar whose foot fell off that I got here. Actually, I got this.
Like getting like deeper into Hermeticism and stuff too. So we're getting into the secret magical arts.
Loves it. I got this when we went to England the last time.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy too is I'm going to have to do a vlog about how where we live in Belgium right now is literally where Jens's house is right across the field. We live right beside a Knights Templar complex that's over 1,000 years old. The church outside of our house was a Knights Templar stronghold. And the house that's right across the field from us has an underground channel from that house to the church.
So what do the Knights Templar do? Like, are they Christians or what?
I feel like, okay, so the normie books tell you that the Knights Templar were just protectors of Christian pilgrims that traveled to the Holy Lands in the 11th,
years
12th,
of
13th.
like magic, like occult, not wisdom and stuff, and like true history and shit.
Yeah. So I think that and I'm not an expert or anything like that, but just what I'm intuitively feeling is that the Knights Templars started off as really good.
That little knight.
Intentions. They had good intentions, but then I think dark arts people infiltrated and fucked it up.
Like disguise themselves as knights and
Yeah,
fucked it up.
because the Knights Templar got very powerful, and they definitely discovered something in the Holy Lands that they got possession of. That's just what I'm feeling. And then the dark arts people in the Vatican accepted them because they must have gotten infiltrated for them to have been accepted. And then in 1307, the Vatican, Friday, October 13th, what happened was France was the first country to say, we're going to basically eradicate the Knights Templar. They basically did a genocide on the Knights Templar, Friday, October 13th. Crazy.
They just gotta screw everything up, don't they?
Yeah, but like
And
Richard said, they
still
didn't
do
all get.
rituals and tell you that it's not a ritual. So stupid.
I know. So, okay, this is crazy because you're saying, okay, and I'm also having deja vu right now.
Really? I've been getting that a lot too. Or what is it?
There's something we're uncovering here. So, the next Friday the 13th, you're saying is September 2024.
Yeah.
Pluto. Okay, so we're going to have Pluto in Aquarius from. Why can't I see this properly? Huh?
Pluto enters Aquarius March 23rd, 2023. May 1st, 2023
No.
grade. Pluto
What?
re-enters Capricorn June 11th.
This isn't
Wait,
right.
that's this year already.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is sorry, you guys. Sorry, you guys. Yeah. I was like, this is right. Oh my God. Okay. Pluto
And then
re-enters Aquarius January 20th until August 30th. And then on September 1st, Pluto goes back into Capricorn.
But not for
29
degrees. Not for too long, so that's good.
Not for too long, but man, that's going to be intense.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I just need to let my cat out.
That's okay. No problem. So, okay, there's something very, very interesting going on here. Tim, I'm looking at your comments, you guys, of what you're saying. Tim says the leadership was dark. The regular troopers got caught up in it. Richard says, Meg, the cross of Pate is the Templar symbol. Jens's name is Pateu. What? Okay, you're going to have to send me that, Richard, because that's crazy. And I don't know anything about that. That's very cool. Wow. Yeah, I think the Knights Templars, there's going to be things revealed about these guys. And it's funny because a lot of the times when I feel like I need to call in protection, I don't really know a whole lot about the Knights Templar, but I always call in the Knights Templars and the Knights of the Round Table.
Because they would be a protector of witches, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
And women and children.
Yeah. Tim says, some say they protected the bloodline of Jesus. That makes sense. Yeshua. That makes sense.
People who just want to live naturally, according to the natural ways.
Yeah.
And universal law, not bullcrap religion and government poo.
Yeah. Okay, Michelle, I hope you're still here because now we're going to look at your super chat. What will happen with my health issues? Thanks so much. Okay, should we both pull on this, Sunny?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see here. She says, maybe a better way to reword my question is, will my health improve in the near future? I wasn't sure how to word it. Okay. Will Michelle's health improve in the near future? Oh.
I'm curious to see what you're going to say. Hold on.
I'm also going to pull some extra cards here. I'm getting a yes, but I feel like, and I don't know what you're doing, Michelle, but I'm hearing the words like more movement, move the energy, more movement. But I'm getting a big fat yes that this is going to be improving. Leo, 6th house.
I got a similar type of answer.
Okay.
I got Mars in Virgo, and I got Jupiter in Cancer. So this Mars in Virgo is, again, like Mars is an action card, so some type of action needs to be taken towards, like you are taking action towards improving your health, but I feel like something is yet to be discovered about it. Like why you're having, like what the root of the issue is or what it actually is. It could be something like even rare that is not very common. You might have something that not a lot of people have going on, and that's why like there's a confusion surrounding your health. So some type of action towards finding out like what the actual issue is, maybe getting more tests or something. And then I pulled tarot cards, and it's like basically the same thing. It's like this is yes, information about your health improving is coming, but there's like something hidden about it that hasn't been discovered yet. That's like kind of rare or something. So some type of a theory on why you're having health issues in the first place. It's not as simple as you're just not feeling well or something. I think it's more, but I think once you find out what it is, it will improve because you'll know how to deal with it. So yes, I feel like your health is going to improve. Should we try to get like a timeline or?
Sure.
Okay. I'll also use those astrology cards too to try and get a timeline.
Okay. And Michelle says, oh my God, thank you guys. Yes. Okay, let's get a timeline.
When will Michelle's health improve?
Interesting.
I'm not getting any like signs or houses. Oh, I got the 12th house, but hold on. When?
Yes. I got the yes card.
So like within 6 months or something, I would say probably.
And I got the midheaven astrology card, which isn't a specific time, but the midheaven is the beginning of the 10th house, which is Capricorn season.
Interesting. I was feeling like 6, but then I got progressions. So again, still need to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Conjunction, which is finding the issue, facing the issue head on. And then 12th house introspection. Why? So I feel like within the next 6 months, probably it will start to improve. You'll figure it out, which will help it improve.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I hope that helps, Michelle. We're sending lots of positive energy, love, and healing your way. You're going to have a speedy recovery soon, whatever is going on.
That's I like when we both answer the questions because it's cool to see that we get like similar answers.
Yeah, I like it too. So thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
And yeah, should we share, Sunny, before we finish up what we've got in the works that's going to be shared very, very soon?
On your YouTube?
Yeah.
The thing that we did in the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So any day now, Sunny and I are going to release a video vlog that we made of our time when we were haunted hotel hopping in New Orleans this summer. So it's kind of like a paranormal vlog that's going to be like, I think, over an hour long that we're going to post this week, I think.
I like went through my footage and I'm just like so confused. The ghosts zap my brain.
The ghosts zap your brain.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Should we show people a little sneak peek? I don't know how to do that.
So Meg gave me credit. I'm not going to because I messed up. Meg edited this whole video and I'm actually like pleasantly surprised. Like because you were talking about how you're curious about editing videos and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe she hasn't done it before, but like you did a really good job.
Oh, thank you.
I laughed within like 2 seconds, so that's really good. I was filming too, and my footage is very bad. So thank God for Meg and her earth signs, her Taurus rising and her Capricorn moon, because I don't really have a lot of earth going on, and sometimes I'm like not even on the planet and I don't know what's going on. So thank you, Meg, for being grounded when I was not.
Oh, that's okay. No problem. So, okay, we're not going to play the audio because that'll be a surprise.
I'm just laying down in bed.
Yeah. Oh my God, where did my screen share go?
You look so weird in the infrared.
Yeah.
What?
So we stayed at 2 haunted hotels in New Orleans, and maybe we'll do a separate live like next week or something after this comes out to talk about it. But yeah, we stayed at the Andrew Jackson Hotel and the Bourbon Orleans Hotel, and they were both very haunted, wouldn't you say, Sunny?
Yes. And Tim says that New Orleans has Templar and Freemason connections. It's true. We saw a few Freemason temples and people had like the Freemason stuff like on their license plates. Remember?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember? I remember seeing.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We look so weird in the green light.
What the hell?
Oh my God. Yeah, we're just.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm excited for you guys to see
Almost
this.
3 months ago now.
Oh my God, something just happened to my screen. Okay, can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, what's another little part? Oh, this part's freaky when you guys see this part. What do you think was should we say what the freakiest thing that happens is, or should we leave that as a surprise?
I don't know. I got touched, so.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not in the video at all, so we're going to have to talk about that.
You got touched.
I got touched, and then your phone went off like a million times, and your phone like wasn't working all night, and then I got touched, and I woke up, and then all of a sudden your phone was ringing.
What? I don't even remember that.
Yeah, your phone like wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi all day and all night. And then in the middle of the night, I have this weird dream that we're outside in like this courtyard, and I'm like freaked out because some creepy ghost is like looking at us in the courtyard outside. So I'm like trying to like snuggle with you or something, because in my dream I was actually scared. We were in bed in my dream in a courtyard, and this creepy ghost guy was screwing around with us, and I was like, fuck that. And then I got touched and I woke up, and then at the point that I woke up, your phone started ringing.
That's weird. I don't even remember that.
And then the courtyard never mind. We'll save it.
Well, we'll say it. So yeah, so we this is pretty much edited and done, but Sunny and I probably tomorrow, because I'm going to be a bit too tired after this video. Whenever you're free in the next couple of days, Sunny, will record our debrief that we'll put at the end of this. And then we'll release it so you guys can see it. So I'm excited for everyone to see it, because I think we got some real paranormal evidence that we knew we were getting during the time of the investigation, but even some of it we didn't know until like afterwards when we do an evidence review.
Yeah.
So that taught me how important it is to do actually an evidence review.
I know. I might have videos on my phone from, I don't know. I don't know what was going through my mind.
You were going through some stuff.
Yeah. I was going through some, Saturn and Pisces was going through it.
Yeah, you were going through it. So, yeah, is there anything? What's that?
I said, but it's a good video.
It is a good video. I'm excited for everybody to see it. And I'm happy that you like it, because you as a moon in Aquarius, you're very good at that kind of thing. So I was scared that you weren't going to like it.
No, I like it. It's really good. You saved my ass. It is kind of scary at the time, but then it's also kind of not. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird.
I didn't feel too scared. If I was alone, I would have been scared, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I would be scared alone too.
Yeah.
And also you'd probably notice like a lot more.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Libby says, I never was scared, but my mind was blown in New Orleans many times. It is freaking haunted. That place is really haunted.
I want to go back there. I want to go back so bad. That'd be so fun to go there again.
Yeah. Libby said, I had lots of trippy French Quarter experiences.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to have more. I want to go have more.
We're going to go back there for sure. So, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us, everybody, in the live stream, and whoever's going to be watching the replay of this video. And yeah, some point this week, we're going to release our haunted hotel hopping in New Orleans paranormal vlog. So that'll be out, and we should do another live, Sunny, sooner than later.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll be less tired.
That's okay. Jen Anderson says, this was a fascinating conversation. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. And we are happy that you enjoyed it, Jen, and we hope you all enjoyed it. And we love you all very, very much. Before we finish up, just want to share some of our links. So what have you got going on? Templeofaqua.com.
New Juju, Crystal Juju, which is the jewelry that I make, the macrame jewelry that I make.
Mm-hmm.
On my cat's meowing. On Instagram tomorrow, I'm doing a live sale.
On your Instagram page, Temple of Aqua.
Yes. And I'm kind of venturing into something that I've been wanting to do for a while. So if you all Pluto Lounge, you can do that. That's where I share more of where I'm starting to share more of my art and more like occult and metaphysical stuff.
You just cut out for a second. What was it that you said?
Pluto Lounge Club.
Pluto Lounge.
Yeah. I'm saying I'm venturing more into sharing my art and like more occult kind of stuff on Pluto Lounge. So not sure how far that's gonna go or what that's gonna grow into, but yeah, I've been wanting to do something with Pluto Lounge for a long time. I've had the name on Instagram for years, and I'm starting to use it now. So if you guys,
is fun.
Yeah, see more of my occult stuff and art, then Pluto Lounge should grow into something cool.
Nice. So Pluto Lounge Instagram, Temple of Aqua Instagram,
Yeah.
Sunny from Pluto Instagram.
God.
Can you tell that she's a moon in Aquarius or what?
I don't know how to like blend things together. They're all like their own thing.
Yeah. That's cool. And then your templeofaqua.com website where you've got your new jujus listed.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I'm wearing that one right now. I thought it'd be fun.
Really? Has somebody bought Red Hawk yet?
No.
Oh my God.
I know it's Opal too, which is October.
I love that. I might have to get that.
I'm making a special one for your birthday.
Oh, that's fun.
It's not Opal though, sorry.
And then you've also got not just jujus, but you've also got other Christies too.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys want to do like fast live shopping where you see me actually holding the crystal and talking about it, that will be live on Instagram tomorrow night, 7 p.m. EST.
So you're going to do a live sale on your Instagram tomorrow?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I know probably most of you guys know, but I'll just mention again that Julie and I have our Astrology Foundations course that's available on beyondmystic.academy. And we had so much fun on Friday. I haven't talked to you since then, Sunny Live, but we did our first live class of the course, and it was really, really fun and magical. And we talked about the elements and the modalities as our first live class. And this Friday coming up, we're going to talk about Aries, the sign of Aries, and all of the planetary positions in Aries. So it's going to be a really fun class. And if you're interested in learning more about astrology, that's over at beyondmystic.academy. And yeah, I'm going to be watching this one again, The Psychic Spies Oak Island, because I think yeah, there's going to be some cool stuff uncovered with that. And don't forget, guys, watch Cracking the Shakespeare Code. Okay? That's all of our homework. I'm even going to watch it again. And all of your links are in the description of this video if you'd like to have an astrology reading with me or support us on our donation tab. Yeah, all our links are there. And we love you guys so, so much. We will see you very, very soon. And we're wishing you the most magical eclipse season ever. We're about to have Scorpio season. Yay! And happy rest of Libra season. Is there anything you want to say, Sunny?
Although things seem crazy, personally, for you, if you're taking responsibility for yourself and you're dedicated to your soul mission and your development here as a human and maybe into the realm of ascension after this life is over, you can totally do that. The Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. I think I missed my point there. Is although there's crazy shit going on in the world, there's so much energy that you can tap into that energy and use it, channel it within your own personal life to manifest being successful or succeeding in your life's mission to reach that ascension point, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Cool. Those are positive cards.
Yeah, the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. Make a wish. I've been making so many wishes.
Make a wish, y'all.
Yeah.
Tim says, read Treasure Fleet of the Templars by Davis Childress. I'm going to order that book. Thank you, Tim.
I need to get audiobooks.
Yeah, there's lots of audiobooks.
I'm not good at reading.
That's okay. You've got audiobooks.
Yeah.
I'll read you a book.
Yeah. I've been listening to books on YouTube, but I'm like, maybe I should get audiobooks.
There's a lot of books on YouTube you can listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think Ocean wants to say bye too. You want to say bye?
The only books I can read all the way through are Elvis biographies. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. I can read an Elvis biography like no problem. I can't put it down.
Oh, say bye-bye, Ocean. Bye, everybody. Love you. Oh, okay. Bye, everyone. We'll see you soon. Love you. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.